Hello and welcome back to our real series on 10 dysfunctions of product management. This is episode 5 and I'm going to talk about feature factory dysfunction. It occurs when product teams focus on adding new features and chase after competitors, even if they don't address the needs of the customers. A classic example of a company that failed due to feature factory dysfunction is Nokia, the uncrowned king of mobile phones in early 2000s. However, during the later half of the decade, iPhone and Android started challenging Nokia's dominance. Nokia's corporate culture, which was rooted in engineering and hardware excellence, decided that the best way to beat the competition was to prioritize rapid development and release new models. But they were wrong. Let's take example of famous N series and E series smartphones from Nokia that competed with the top iPhone and Android at that time. These models had TV out function, which let users mirror their phone screens on TV using a wire. They even let users transmit FM radio signals and not just simply listen to FM radio. And a few models like Nokia N900, E7 and the infamous iPhone killer N97 had both touchscreen and slide-out keyboards. But why? Honestly, these features were an overkill for most users. Incorporating keyboards on touchscreen phones, for instance, made them bulky and very hard to carry on your pocket, which is the entire reason why mobile phones were invented. By packing their phones with one too many features, Nokia phones also faced usability issues and software glitches. Nokia's decisions were largely driven by internal assumptions and a belief in the value of their technological expertise, rather than genuine user feedback, which always pointed out that their phones were slow and had complex interfaces. The feature factory mindset hindered Nokia's ability to articulate a strategic direction for its smartphone lineup. They missed out on opportunities to innovate in areas that truly matter to users, such as app ecosystems, touchscreen interfaces, and seamless internet connectivity. This is where iPhones and Android trumped Nokia. Instead of adding more and more features to every model, Android and iPhone focused on providing superior user experiences, innovative app ecosystems, and intuitive touch interfaces. They simply solved Nokia's problems. In conclusion, Nokia's decline in smartphone market serves as a cautionary tale of the dangers of adopting feature factory mindset. By focusing on shipping features, the company failed to define a compelling vision of how their devices would enhance the users' lives. So the next time you are tempted to add new feature to your product, ask yourself, is this feature solving a real customer problem? If not, you might be falling into the trap of feature factory. That's it for this episode on feature factory. Follow our page for more insights on products.